Now it is my distinct pleasure to introduce you to Dr. Radhika Kulkarni. We are so fortunate to have Dr. Kulkarni here in the Triangle area. She retired as Vice President of Advanced Analytics Research and Development from SAS Institute Incorporated, where she was responsible for the world's leading analytics software products portfolio. So if you've ever used SAS or considered it, then her influence is part of your experience. She spearheaded the creation of the OR, Artificial Intelligence Machine Learning Center of Excellence, to solve the toughest analytical problems for a diverse set of Fortune 100 companies. And under her leadership, OR gained recognition as a key contributor to scalability and performance of algorithms. She also inspired a collective spirit across different domains. And Radhika is married to an OR professor, so she is deeply familiar with the academic world and its challenges and opportunities. And she and her team have recruited many of our graduates from NC State to SAS. She has sponsored partnerships with universities, research collaborations, and she's been a member of the INFORMS organization, the Institute for Operations Research and Management Science, throughout her career, and was recently president of the society and serves as past president. She has also played a key role in both the INFORM strategy around artificial intelligence and more generally helping to bridge the gap between operations research and artificial intelligence. She has also received an award from the WORMS section of INFORMS, that's Women in OR and MS, for an exciting acronym, who have aptly recognized her as a role model for women in analytics. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Radhika Kulkarni. One final note before I go. When the graduates are walking across the stage, you are more than welcome to come to the front and take your picture. We only ask that our team also be able to get the pictures. Thank you, and thank you, Radhika.
Thanks. Good morning. Thank you, Julie, for an introduction that I'm not sure I really deserve all that, but I'll take it. Thank you very much. And thanks to all of you for being here. And I would like to thank the department and the university for inviting me to give this speech today. It's my honor and pleasure to talk to all of you about a few of my life experiences. It's especially wonderful for me because my son was a graduate also from NC State, and so it is really a pleasure for me to come back to campus in this role. First and foremost, congratulations to all of you. You're graduating from one of the top engineering schools in the country and in the world, and as you just heard from Professor Swan, all the list of accomplishments clearly indicate that that is absolutely true. So congratulations, first of all, and wish you all the best in the future. You're graduating with a degree in some of the hottest areas for employment. I'm sure you'll be glad to hear that. Whether it is industrial engineering, operations research, or any of the other engineering fields, every industry is looking for experts in these areas. In the past couple of decades, we've probably heard the terms optimization, supply chain management, artificial intelligence in everyday speech. So nowadays, nobody asks me, what do you do? Because they hear about it all the time. So it's a wonderful time to be in this area of study because there are lots of job opportunities for you out there, and there will continue to be. Even though we've heard about a downtrend in the tech industry, I'm confident that the area of OR and analytics and IE will continue for a long time. So I'm really excited about it. So you will continue to be in great demand. One thing you do need to know, and I realize that, after you get your degree, you may think that, okay, this is what I'm going to be working on, and you've learned everything you need to do to learn for that particular field or job that you've taken. But the main learning you have gained through your entire course of study is the ability to learn. Remember that. What you have learned is how you can learn. So you'll be thrown into different situations, all kinds of places where you will need to pick up new skills. But remember that your degrees have given you the ability to learn, and that will hold you in good stead throughout your career. So having graduated in a similar area as all of you, I'd like to share a few of my experiences throughout my career that may help you a little bit. The first thing I've always told my team, and I tell my kids, I tell everybody that is willing to listen to me, that you have to understand the big picture. As you go out into the world and you get a job, most often you will be in a team with multiple other experts in different fields. Many of them may be in a totally different area, and they may not really have any idea of what you know, what your expertise is. Likewise, you may not know what their expertise is. So I tell you, think about this particular story that is very familiar to a lot of the Indians. And since I see many Indians in the audience, I'd narrate that story. It's the story of the 6 blind men and the elephant. How many of you have heard that? Okay, good, quite a few. So, there are these 6 blind men, and they're taken and stood in front of an elephant, and each one is standing at different parts of the elephant and trying to touch and guess what they're looking at or what they are in front of. So one of them touches the body and says, oh, I'm next to a wall. Another one touches the tail and says, oh, maybe it's a rope. Another one touches the trunk, the legs, and thinks that it's near a tree. So each person is seeing only or imagining only the piece that he or she is in front of and ignoring the fact that this could be part of a bigger picture. And in order to understand what exactly you're dealing with or you're looking at, you need to actually step back and understand what it is that you're looking at. And that one particular lesson will help you in any area that you go in, because it helps you understand other people's perspectives. Maybe they have some idea that you don't know. Maybe they have some expertise that you don't know. And you might have some expertise that they know. So collectively, you'll understand that you are indeed in front of an elephant, and how do we tackle this? So that is an important picture that you keep in mind. A big picture is very, very important, because that will help you explain your position to upper management, your ideas to your peers, and your plans to the people who are reporting to you. So this is a lesson that will be very, very important as you go in any career throughout your life. The second lesson that I'd like to talk about is the choices and decisions. I'm sure all of you have had optimization in some form or another, so you understand the basic framework of operations research. You have constraints, you have decisions to make, and you have choices that are available to you. So those are the 3 important ingredients of any decision problem. And there were 3 instances in my life where it manifested itself in different ways. And if you'll bear with me, I'll just narrate those 3. One was right when I was in high school. I was going to join a new high school, and in that school they asked me to choose between biology or mathematics. Until then, I had wanted to become a doctor. That was my passion. I wanted to become a doctor. My parents had come with me to get me admission into the school. And as soon as the principal asked, do you want to choose biology or mathematics? My father immediately said, math, of course, because he knew how much that I was good at math, and he was very proud of the fact. And I didn't say no. I said, oh, okay. And I ended up with math. And in India, that is a very big decision. At that young an age, once you decide math or biology, your life is set. You can't easily switch to a different field. So there I was in the math class. I was the only girl in the math class. But hey, I turned it into an advantage. Because I was the only girl, I stood out and I was able to do well. And, the rest is history. I went on to do maths. The second choice I had, the first one was not a choice at all. It was dictated to me, right? The second choice I had, I came to Cornell to do a PhD in mathematics. And in my first semester, I took a course in linear programming, and I loved it. And I said, oh, this seems to require the mathematical skills, but there is a purpose to what I'm doing. There's a purpose to this mathematics. So can I switch to operations research? And thanks to Cornell, they were very kind to me. They agreed, and I was given, I had come with an assistantship in the mathematics department, but then they decided to let me pursue a degree in operations research. And so I went on to get a PhD in operations research. So in this case, it was my choice that I wanted to do that, but I had to do lots of things to make it happen. So I went and talked to various people and got it done. Finally, after I graduated, my husband had already graduated, and as Professor Swan mentioned, he's also in operations research. He had a tenure track position in the neighboring school, UNC, Chapel Hill, and so he was here as an assistant professor. And they did not have another tenure track position in operations research. So they gave me a visiting position for 2 years. And after that, my passion was to teach. I wanted to go into academia. But it so happened there were no tenure track positions in my area at that time, anywhere in the geographical area in the triangle. So I started looking. I applied to like maybe 50 different companies. This was in 1981. Remember, it was not the internet or just physically apply to all these companies, walk to them and all. And I was able to get a job at SAS Institute. And so I had to end up in industry. And the professor, the chairman of the OR department, was really sad. He said, oh, you poor thing, you ended up in industry, you couldn't be in academia. Well, when I ended up becoming the VP of analytics and later as the president of Informs, he said, you didn't do so bad after all, did you? So in this case, it was, again, the only feasible set was an industrial position. So naturally, I ended up in industry. I couldn't do academia. So these are three different places, where once the decision was made for me, I did not have any say in the matter. The second time was a conscious decision that I made. The third time, I had a very constrained set, and I had to choose from that. But throughout all of this, the lesson that I want to impart to you is the one choice you always have as a student, as a professional, is you can make a success of whatever field or whatever area that choice is yours. Work hard and make a success of it, and the sky is the limit. You can do lots of different things. So finally, I'd like to go back to what I said at the beginning, that this degree that you're getting is wonderful, and it has taught you lots of things, but this is not the end of learning. And I believe Professor Swan also mentioned that there are lots of needs for future learning, there are lots of opportunities, because you need to continue to learn. And it's not just the course or an exam that you take that is most important. If any of you are like me, the day I defended my PhD thesis, I was like, I'm not going to take another exam in my entire life, I'm done. But opportunities come up, and it's not always about taking a new course. It's also about learning new things, learning how to deal with difficulties, dealing with different problems. So those are all learning opportunities. And something that I would like all of you to think about, which really helped me in my professional career. As a PhD student, my advisor told me that, hey, go to INFORMS, which is the Institute for Operations Research and Management Science that was mentioned earlier. Become a member of that, and that will give you a network of people that you can connect with, a network of peers that you can discuss and grow, and there are opportunities for you to mentor others, for others to mentor you. So mentoring is going to be a key part of your learning experience. And a professional organization like Industrial Engineering, Operations Research Society, Computer, ACM, all these different societies give those opportunities. So explore. You'll get opportunities to volunteer, and that makes you grow as well. You learn new leadership skills. So this is something that, as you're looking at what all you can do as a profession, think of some things that you can do in addition to your job, because that will help you succeed in your career. So with that advice, I just want to wish all of you a lot of fun. Enjoy the summer. You've earned it. Enjoy your life. You've got lots of new things that are out there for you. And I'd like to thank all the parents and family who have supported all of you in your academic journey so far. Thank you all very much, and I'd like to thank the faculty for bringing you to the stage and giving you this opportunity. So with that, I wish all of you all the best, and have a great career ahead. Thank you very much.